Hello guys. It is Amy with Crafts by Aimee, and we are in an event today. And guess whose event it is? My event! Yes, I'm a nerd and I just did that. So let me get shared out. If you're watching right now, you're probably watching the replay. But if you are watching the replay, hashtag replay in the comments so that I know that you were here. And yeah, if you missed any of the previous crafters, feel free to go check them out. They're in my group over on Facebook. I am on Facebook and on YouTube right now. Yeah, I'm just sharing myself to the group. I don't understand why sometimes my group is at the top and then sometimes I'm like searching. Okay. There we go. I'm all sprinkled out where I needed to be. And my old phone back so it's not in the way. Okay. So we are in my event and it's Candyland theme. I was going to do a journal, but your girl waited till the last minute and didn't have a chance to print the back of these sheets, but I will show you guys. These are the sheets that I got from a pack of stuff from Etsy. It wasn't cheap either. It wasn't expensive, but it wasn't cheap. Hey, Miss Cindy. So I am going to put this together eventually, but like I said, I didn't have time to print anything on the back. And I could just glue them together, but I really want some blank pages on the back. So there's going to be 2 signatures, because in a second you'll see that these are not all the same. The colors kind of start to change when you get past a certain point. They kind of get brighter. One of them's more pastel, and the other one's more bright colors. So this one's more of the bright colors than the other side. You know, not bright, but they're brighter. So that one, and then this one. Okay. So I'm not doing the actual journal today because I did not get a chance to, like I said, print the back of it. But I did bring this upstairs to show you guys, so. Oh, Lord. Hey, Miss Jennifer. So this is my niece's Candyland game that I got for her to have here, because I think my stuff was in storage and I wanted her to have a game. I still have my original Candyland game somewhere. But, so that's the one I remember. This one is so much different. Hey, Heather. Thank you for sprinkling, Jennifer. So apparently they, like, when they updated it, they wanted to be more inclusive. So the king's white, the queen's black. There's a handicapped person, or handy-capable person, whatever they are called, with wheels that are, excuse me, peppermints. I think that that's supposed to be the princess or something. She's Asian looking. And then these people. So this is like a cheap version of this game. I'm not even gonna lie. These people look like this. They're like little mini gingerbread men. And the plastic is so flimsy that I could bend it really easily if I wanted to. And these are the cards that come with it. And the little images are different, first of all. They're not exactly the same as they were back in the day. And they were all in a sheet that I had to pop each of them out. And if you look closely at the edge right here, you can see where they were. And I'm like, okay. I hope you like playing this game, kid, because Nanny just sat there for 10 minutes popping this stuff out. It's upside down. So I'm just setting this aside. I'm not doing this. I'm not using this because that's Emmy's game. And, you know, I don't want to mess that up because if y'all have ever heard me talk about my niece, she's not nice sometimes. And I'm not getting on her bad side. So I thought we would make some tags. Instead, I am going to do my journal, and I did print out ephemera, so I thought we could make some tags. And I also, any of you watching were here when I did this the last time. I haven't touched this tool since that time when I burnt my hand on live on Facebook, but I figured I would give it a second shot. Hey, Lucy, thank you for sprinkling. Thank you for sprinkling Miss Kelly. She does. But anyway, I haven't touched this tool since I burnt my hand. But I did pull it out today because I saw Craft from Christy using this tool from We Are Memory Keepers to make shakers. And it was called a fusion tool. And I'm like, that looks literally like a wood burning tool. Like, I looked it up and I'm like, that's literally a wood burning tool. So I have my tags cut out. I have some stuff cut out. So I have laminating sheets. These are just, laminating sheets. They're stuck together, but I promise you, they're laminating sheets. So they're a little bit fuzzy compared to like if you wanted to use a sheet protector, but I thought I might use this. But now I'm second guessing it because it's not as clear as I wanted it to be. But we're gonna try it. I also have sheet protectors that I could use, but I haven't used a lot of these laminating sheets and they're just sitting here. So I thought we could do that. So I am going to get out. So in order to do a shaker thing, you need something to put in it, right? We need something to put in it because if you don't have something to put in it, what are you going to shake? So I'm sure y'all have seen this container if you've watched my lives before. It's not new. It's been around. It is my container that I punched out a ton of little pieces of paper. So we could do a decent sized one with some circles that I have cut out. And I also have a candy punch, so that's what I'm going to use. These are all candy pieces in the bottom of this one. And I really want to use those, but I also have some paper here that is pastel colored, which more goes with the theme of what I'm doing. So I thought like I'd get out the punch and we'd punch some of this paper. This is actually a top of a file folder that I used in like my very first journal that I made. So we'll see how this goes. This is the punch that I'm talking about. It looks like a little piece of candy. So we're going to try that. Today's event has been fun. I love seeing everyone's take on the theme. Like, yes, Tamara used pieces from the Candyland game, but she used them in a different fashion. Like, I would not have thought to put the pieces as words, Amy. I would not have thought to use the pieces as part of a dangle. So I love it. I love everybody being different. So I'm going to use this little tiny, and I mean tiny, it is teeny tiny pieces to punch out some of these lighter colors to do a shaker. And so I think Christy was using this. I don't know. It was either her or somebody else, but they were using these tag, like, I don't know if it was this particular one, but they were using these on I think they were using the sheet protectors, but you put it on there and you run the heat tool like around the edges here and it seals it. And then you put your stuff in and you can seal the top of it. And then you can put an eyelet in if you want, because when you put the eyelet in, it's not going to be open. It'll seal around it. So, hey, Miss Lillie. Hey, Miss Liz. Thank you for being in the event, Cindy. I really do appreciate everybody that's in the event. And Miss Lillie is in the event next. So we're going to see if I can do this. I try not to waste my paper. So I always put my punch right side up so I can see where it goes. And that one just went right in my shirt. Because I try to put them in this thing. And I also need to grab my hey Miss Bonnie, my mini glass mat. It has a magnet and I want to use it to keep my my sheet in place when I'm trying to craft a lunch. Sorry, guys. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, actually, wasn't anything major. It was just my charms, and I went through and separated all of my stuff the other night because I had nothing better to do with my life. And I mean that quite literally. I was bored out of my mind if I was sorting that stuff. So I think I do have some light yellow paper that's in the mix that I already did. But I figured, I don't think I have any that is this color. I think I have some of the light purple ones because I used the paper. I've used all this paper. I was making stars for Rainbow Bright. That's not punching for some reason. I was making stars for Rainbow Bright. And so the excess paper that came off of it, I used for this because, you know, this punch is very, very tiny. It does not need a big punch because this little strip is probably 3/8, and I can get a ton of these punches out of this. But I'm going to cut some of these out because, like I said, I don't have any that are lighter like this, and I would like to make one that can go with my journal. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the event. If you were watching earlier, I know some of the creators were saying that the event was inspired by Mary Lou. That was my bad. I forgot to erase that out of the intro. So it wasn't. This was my idea. I do try to do an event every month that is one of our creators' themes ideas. So if you're in our event group and you would like to be in that chat, but you're not, just drop a comment. I know that Jennifer had text messaged me last night and was like, I don't know where to put this, but I have this idea for an event. And I realized she wasn't in that chat, so I went and added her. But I do take that into account. I go through, I add your ideas to my list of ideas, and as the months go through, I look at them and say, because at the beginning of the year, I made a list. I picked out all the dates for my events. I went through and looked at themes, and I made the dates, and I used some of the theme ideas that people had that were in the group. Well, as the year is going on, people are going to ask for more things, which I'm totally okay with. So if I have like 4 events in one month, I will try to incorporate one of the themed ideas for at least one of them. So there should be a strawberry shortcake and Care Bears themed event. I could put that in as an idea, but maybe do more like 80s cartoons, because some people might not like Care Bears or strawberry shortcake. They might like My Little Pony or it's something else from the 80s, the Smurfs, or in my case, all the weird obscure things, the Wuzzles, the Snorks. Okay, I'm going to stop with this. I think that might be enough. Plus, after a while with this, your fingers do start to hurt. Not even going to lie there. So let me jump up real quick to grab that glass mat. I'm going to be so mad if I can't find it. Of course I can't find it. Because why would something that easy be easy? Something that I need be where I need it to be, right? Well, that didn't work. And I really wanted my glass mat because the soldering thing. I will put that on the list, Liz. Okay. Well, I don't have my little magnetic thing, so we're just gonna try this. And these are just things I had cut out to put on tags. So I'm just gonna try and move these to the side. I probably need to get the heat tool and get it started warming up. Scooby-Doo. There's another one. You know, Scooby-Doo is more 70s. Just in case y'all were wondering. So this is my heat tool that I burnt my hand on. It has a stand you can put it on. It tells you the different settings to use for, like, it says leather, soft plastic, synthetic, so you would use the light one. And it has different pieces that go on here. And the one that people were using for this kind of thing was, let me see if I can find it in here. I kept the picture so I would know what each of the pieces were for. But I couldn't fit the whole thing in here together, so I cut it up into pairs. So there's a mini one that's a universal one. There's a stamping looking one that has like different, I don't know, it looks like a crown on the top, quite honestly. It looks like the top of a crap, what is it called? The Rook, I think? Is that the one with the little castle in the chess game? That's what that piece looks like. There's a tapered point, a calligraphy point, a cone point, a shading point, a soldering point. It also came with some solder, which the chances of me using that is slim to none. There's a hot knife, which was what I was using when I burnt my hand. There's a mini flow point. I don't know what that is. A universal point and a flow point. So I am going to use this one. It is a tapered point. So it has little threads, so it screws into the end. I'm making sure this is in here before I do anything else. I could use the one that's tapered if I wanted like a finer line against the metal. Which, what do y'all think? Should I use this one or should I use the one that's finer? Has a more pointy tip. I'm asking this because once you turn the thing on, you can't change the tip until it cools off. And let me tell you, it takes a little bit. So, should I use the one I just put in or should I use this one that's pointier? I'm leaning towards the pointier now because I'm going to want to run it alongside the outside of one of these frames. I'm thinking the other one. This is just bringing back memories that I do not like. But we're going to try it and see how it works. And if Wendy comes on here and sees me playing with this, she's going to say something. I was in Wendy's event when I burnt my hand. So this sits on here. And plug this in. It's not turned on yet. So it has, well, maybe it was turned on, but it wasn't plugged in. Yeah, well, I thought I liked the burn tool, but then it wasn't heating up and I touched it. And let me tell you, it was hot. I had to go get the burn cream. So I'm just turning it on low. I don't need, I mean, it's plastic. I don't need something that's going to be high heat. It's plastic. It's thin. Okay, this just wants to keep coming to the edge because of the it just kept moving because of the little box that you turn. So while it's heating up, getting this away from my plastic container so that it doesn't burn that too, I'm going to dump these out and regret it later. Actually, I'm not going to regret it because, let's see if I can find my little container, or if it fell to where I can't use it. Might have been one of the things that fell in that crack-a-lanch. It was not. Wendy told me to get this, and I'm okay. No, you're not falling over and touching all my stuff. Leave my stuff alone. Wendy told me to get one of these, and it comes with 2 of them for diamond art. Okay, fine. Be on your side. I don't care anymore. They're just going to keep falling over anyway. It's because this cord is so kinked the way it is. Hey, Mary Lou. I can't wait to see what Mary Lou makes later. So Mary Lou and I switched time spots because she had an appointment and she didn't think she would get home. So I'm dumping this out to pull out some of the lighter colors that are in here. So like the pink, some of the pink ones. I don't need a ton of them. And honestly, I don't need all of the ones that are in there. So I'm just going to do a handful of them. That's like 5 of those. Let's see. I have a ton of these, you guys, because I punched out a bunch of them with my leftover paper, like I said. So I am just going to go through. I don't really have a light blue one in here, I don't think. But I do have light blue paper. Because the blue I was using was a darker blue. Because it was supposed to be Buddy Blue from Rainbow Bright. Okay. Let's see. I was like, where's the pink one I was just getting ready to pick up? These reverse tweezers do not work well for me. Just saying. Oh, you're welcome. When Vicky was telling you she would trade, I was like, let me say something real quick, because I was like, you're not on at that time, Vicky. And it probably ended up being a good thing. I said something. I mean, she would have realized it when she read the lineup. I need to get another pair of tweezers because these have glue on them and they keep sticking to everything. I have new tweezers. They're just not in here. This pair is what I'm looking for. I did pull out one ribbon and I did pull out some washi tape, but I am making a shaker. Hey, Miss Julie St. Pierre. I am making a shaker with some punch outs that I did from some leftover paper I had when I was doing my stars for my Rainbow Bright journal. And so I just kept going with it. And I know you can use glitter and stuff, but I have these and I'm just going to use them. So I'm trying to get some of the purple ones, some of the yellows. So I did do some yellow ones, obviously, before I used that file folder. I don't want that green one. I want the lighter colors. Because my Candyland journal is like pastel colors. It's not. So I'm not putting my journal together because, you know, this girl did not print the back of the pages. Let's see. We can get a couple more lighter colored ones. But it's purple. I might do a smaller one than that. I might do the next size down. But that's the size tag I generally like in my journals, so. And then I think I'm going to grab the blue paper because I still have the punch out. It's sitting on my desk. It came in a set from Amazon. And they are very tiny. Yeah, I didn't think it would work. I think she thought she was going to be later than she really was. So let me pull the paper back over here. I'll grab the sheet that's light blue. I could do some white ones, I guess. I have a couple of little pieces right there. So let's do a few white ones and some blue. I'm sorry to hear that, Liz. So again, today's theme is Candyland, you guys. And everybody's take is different, which I love. I hate when people ask me, what should I do for the event? And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Because we all have our own crafting styles. So like my crafting style is not the same as Wendy's. And Wendy's is not the same as Liz's. And Liz's is not the same as Tamara's. But we all do things in different events because we're all good at what we do. So I don't think I need this piece of white. I'll just keep that there. I'm just going to punch some of these out. And of course, I'm knocking things over. At least it's in a container that is closed. Because more than likely, normally I would have knocked something over that was opened and I would end up with everything everywhere. I have learned my lesson. That I need things that have closures. That actually stay on. So we might make a couple of these. I might make a couple. I might use some that are the other colors, like the brighter colors, and the dots. I also want to make one for Emmy to go with her journal, so we might do that. So, and then all I have to do with this is just funnel it back into the container. Yes, some of them stuck, but it's just because it has a what's that word? Static electricity. It's just built up in here. It's sticking to the plastic, but it's not a big deal. But it does make for easier cleanup. So I think we are going to go for a smaller one. I don't generally do smaller ones, but this is not a lot of shaker stuff in there. So I think we're going to do the tiny. There are 5 of these. I don't know where the other one is. I'm just going to say that. So I'm going to move that out of my way. I'm going to close this because I don't trust myself. Thanks, Liz. I appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys that have been watching. So, like I said, this is just, it's the laminating sheets. So this one is already sealed at this edge because it's just folded over, but I don't trust myself. So I'm gonna see how this works. I'm not putting my hand near this thing. I don't trust myself. So I'm lining this up, back again. I don't trust myself, but I did want to try it. I'm going to keep moving my hand because I don't want to get burned. Burning is not in my vocabulary for tonight's event. Okay. There's like a hiccup right here because it has a one of those little bumps from twisting it off of the thing. You know, the thing. So I am going to cut this out now. Moving it over there so it's not by my hands. I am just going to cut this out. I do need to come back and do the top, but there is enough room right here. And I will cut it closer to where it is. I just want to make sure it is sealed where it is before I do anything else. Because it's not cutting through all the way, I don't think. Or at least I'm not seeing that part. But if I have it like this, I can kind of, well, that didn't work. That was not a straight line, Amy. Okay, this girl can't cut a straight line with this either. And I feel like it's not sealed on this side. Because it's not. There's an easy way to find out if something is sealed. If I do this and it comes open, that means it's not sealed. So I'm going to turn my heat up just a tiny bit to the higher side of low, because I'm thinking that might be why it's not doing that. And while that's happening, I'm going to cut out some things that I printed for the journal. So I hope this isn't boring, you guys, but obviously that was not heated up well enough because it shouldn't have done that. And I'm going to go grab a sheet protector to try instead of using the thermal laminating piece in a second. I want to try it again with the heat turned up a little bit, but if that doesn't work, I will go get a sheet protector, because I do have a box of those from Sam's. And the box from Sam's has like 250 of them or 500 sheets or whatever it is. So I do have those. So I'm just cutting some of my ephemera out. That is eventually going to go in my journal. We could work on a tag, I guess. I don't think it should take that long to heat up. I didn't turn it up that much, so just give it a minute maybe. And for these, to distress them, I would not use my my vintage photo or my coffee one that I always use. I would use like spun sugar or a light blue one, or maybe like pistachio or something, because it's not a like vintagey kind of journal. Yes, the pages are kind of vintagey on the edges, but they're not like really dark or decrepit. So I would not want to use that. I'm not sure what these are, but they look like they fold over. So we're going to figure it out. And there's just a few of them. I think there's like 3 or 4 of them. And they have openings. I'm not sure what the opening's for. They look like tickets. Like, I'll show you guys when I fold one of them, but they look like tickets. So I'm not sure what you would put in the middle of it when you fold it as a ticket. It did come with some frames that you could cut out that I did, but they're tiny. So again, up after me is Miss Lillie with Lil's Craft and Things. She is one of my good friends that I made through Magnolia. And I have talked about Magnolia on my lives. I am a creator with Magnolia, but I mean, if people have questions, they can reach out to me about Magnolia. I have nothing against that. If you want to sign up with me, go for it. But when random people sign up with me, I don't check my email and respond to those people that often, because I didn't join Magnolia to create a business. I literally joined Magnolia so that I could get a discount on my stuff. Making friends through the process is just an added perk to me. So I had a creator. I don't think it was a creator either. I think it was a person that signed up as an affiliate. And they signed up with me in January, I think. And I got an email the other day saying they wanted to switch their upline. And I was like, whatever. You do you. Okay, I'm going to stop this now and see if we can get this working. Like I said, if it doesn't, I'm going to grab a sheet protector. Because it might be that the pages are too thick. Like, it might be that the plastic is too thick for this purpose. So we're going to come back to this. We're going to put this back down on here. We're going to try this again. Trying to get it lined up. Even though it didn't go through, I don't want to have like multiple lines for all of this. So and I might have been going too fast, quite honestly. I've never done this before, you guys, so. And this is not the fusion tool from We Are Memory Keepers. This is literally a heat tool from, what brand is this? Walnut Hollow, I think, is the brand. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Hobby Lobby. I'm sure they probably sell it at Michael's too. It might have been better to leave that other tip on, quite honestly. Okay. I'm just going to hold this down and try this. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to go grab a sheet protector. This is why I wanted to be able to use the magnetic mat too, so that my fingers would not be anywhere near this tool. No, it didn't really work. So we're going to grab the sheet protector. See how that works. And if it doesn't work, we'll move on to the tag. Sorry guys, I have to move my paper to get to my page protectors. And I have a lot of paper over here. You name it, it's probably over here. Including a whole pack of copier paper that's not even open yet. I'm just grabbing a couple of them while I'm here. I'm back. I'm sure y'all missed me. So this is a sheet protector instead of the laminating thing, so it might work better. So we're gonna try this again. So I'm gonna start at the bottom where, you know what, I'm turning the heat up. Turning the heat up because it felt like it was starting to work on that last one, but it was not doing enough. And while it's heating up a little more, I'm just looking to see if I can, if maybe my magnetic mat is somewhere over here. I have another thing that's magnetic, but I'm pretty sure it's plastic. I don't think it's glass. It's my my board that I use for pressing the stamps. I am so aggravated that I cannot find what I'm looking for. Y'all hate when that happens. Like, you know where something's supposed to be, and you look for it, and it's not where it should be. And you can't think of where else it would be, because, you know, it should be where you put it. Or am I the only person that has that happen to them? So I'm not going to go exactly where the little dots are at the bottom. I'm going to go next to it. Wow. That could not have been a less straight line if I wanted it to be. It's supposed to be sealing the two sides together with the heat from the tool. So in essence, it should be separating. Oh Lord, there's Wendy. Look, Wendy, heat tool. But I'm beginning to think I probably should have used that other tip. Oh wait, it's actually working, you guys. Look, it's separated right there. Please, I knew it. She was gonna say something about that if she came on here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go all the way down through the bottom piece. Is it a straight line? Probably not. Did it work and go through it? Yes, it did. Does it look nice and clean? No, it does not. Would I do this again? Probably with that other tip. I got it to go through there. See, it's coming off, you guys. Actually, y'all probably can't see it because you know, it's clear and the glass mat is clear and yeah. Okay. So we're coming in with this angle. And I'm just running the tool along the side of this thing until I know that it went through. Okay. We're just going to take a slight break from the tool. And I'm twisting around in my seat. So it did actually separate, you guys. It's not a clean cut, but, you know, it's me. So I am going to try and make a clean cut against the spine. Or at least as clean of a cut as I can. Did Paige have a good birthday, Wendy? So now I'm going to take this, put this back over here. And kind of use it as a guide for this side. So yeah, it needed the higher heat is what I think was wrong. It needed higher heat than what I was using, even though it said for plastics. And what do y'all think this is? Metal? So I'm just going to cut this out a little bit taller than what it already is on here. Well, scissors, it'd be nice if you worked. And then we're going to put our little stuff in the top of this. And we're going to seal it shut. So, get my tweezers. So again, this is a die cut for anybody that's wondering. It's a die cut. It is for a die cut machine. I do not own a die cut machine, but I saw people using these for this reason, to try and make straight lines along the edges of your tags. And I'm trying to get this open because it's not sealed. It's a sheet protector. It's not sealed. There. I'm like, I know it's not sealed because I didn't seal it yet. I'm glad she had a good birthday. Okay. This is what we're going to do. We are going to open this with our tweezers and make a mess. Just kidding. I'm dumping these little things in between the tweezers, and anything that falls on the table, I will just pick it up and throw it in there myself. But see, it's a little shaker thing. I'm not moving the tweezers because if I move the tweezers, I won't be able to get anything in there because it'll just kind of close back up. And by close back up, I just mean close, not like seal. Because you really have to heat seal it with that tool. So I think this is probably going to be the only one like this we make. And I think we'll decorate a tag to go with this card. This journal that I didn't get to put together either. Because, yeah. I didn't print the whole thing out. Okay. Now we can take this out and seal it. So it definitely worked better with this, I think. But I will probably try it again with the laminating piece. Just for the simple fact that I have it and I was already using it and cutting it up, and it could have just been because I wasn't using enough heat that it didn't want to cut. Because I think that's what it was. So we now have a little shaker. Does it look great? No. Does it actually shake? Probably not. Can I do something wrong? Probably. It's supposed to shake, but maybe you can't use paper in it. I don't know. But it definitely needed hotter heat than what I was using. I kind of made the thing straighter, so at least there's that. Okay, I'm turning this off. And unplugging it. But I am just going to leave it here so it can cool off. But it probably works better with glitter. But, you know, there's a first attempt for everything, and that was my first attempt at that, obviously. Like I said, I have not touched that heat tool since... Has it been over 2 years, Wendy, since that event? I feel like it has been. It feels like it was forever ago. But I'm going to show you this because everybody needs to know. If you ever burn your finger with that or hot glue, this is your friend. Allocaine Max Emergency Burn Gel with Antiseptic. Last week I burnt my finger with the glue. It literally, the glue thing fell on my finger. Like I had it and the glue fell, the piece that was gluing down fell on my finger and I burnt it really bad. It was better the next day from that stuff. So, yeah. Where did I put the tag that I cut? I just cut 2 tags. Where the hell did I put them? This is like me with the freaking mat all over again. I literally just cut the tips off of 2 cards. And I can't see them. I don't see them anywhere. Like, they're not up here. I thought maybe they were underneath this. They're not. Thought maybe they were down by the heat tool thing. They're not. Thought maybe they were underneath the laminating sheets that I have over here. They're not. If anybody can tell me what I did with them, that saw what I did with them, please let me know in the comments. Because honestly, I don't need to cut out 2 more, but I don't really see them anywhere. Like, did I drop them? I don't know where they went. I honestly don't see them anywhere, so I guess I'm gonna get another one out. Pull it away. I don't know if it's that bad. I'm just kidding. I don't know where I put them. Y'all literally just saw me cut the tips off. And I used the Tamara method so that they would be straight and even. And you girl can't find them now. And they weren't on here when I did the Craftalanche thing, so they shouldn't have fallen down. I don't know where they went. It's a good thing I have a ton of these pieces. I'm just going to grab one of them. I don't need 6 of them. I already cut up 2 of them tonight. Okay. This is how Tamara was doing this. So she just cut the corner off, and then she took it, and she flipped it to the other way and cut it. And I'm making sure I did this the right way, because I totally didn't do it the right way. So she just flipped it over here, and cut next to it. If you've watched me before, you probably saw me use, you know, a ruler, a paper trimmer, all that goodness, when I just could have been doing that. So I am going to round the corners. My corner rounder is in here. I reorganize things. Yeah, I don't... Y'all have found them. They were underneath all the papers. We're just going to use the one I just cut. I kind of like it better. So I think I'm going to do 7. Hey, Victoria. I've lost my Bodabra twice. I have a big one now, but I lost my little one that I had used. I was like, I don't know where this thing went, but I was like, it's somewhere. So I think I want to stamp on this. I don't know what I want to stamp on it, though. So I'm just going to pull out the big bin of stamps. I have postage stamps. I have birthday stamps. I have floral stamps. I don't think I have candy stamps, but that would be good. I might have to invest in that next. I might just do, what was I going to say? I might just use ink with one of my stencils that has the, like, words on it. You found your ghetto dabra? Wendy has a ghetto Bodabra, you guys, that she made with 2 sticks. It's pretty cool looking, though, to be honest. I am just looking for one of my stencils. And let's try this one. I don't know how it's going to work, but let's try a bright pink. This is called Vibrant Fuchsia. It's one of my newer ones that I got from Tim Holtz. And I don't think I've used... Oh, maybe I did. I don't know. Let's just see what's in here. Let's just use the pink one. These are not my favorite. They're my second favorite. My favorite ones are the ones that are the concealer brushes with the gold handle from the Dollar Tree. So, in case anybody was wondering. Because I know you're all sitting there going, I wonder what Amy likes to use with that ink. And I'm using this instead of my spun sugar because it's hard craft paper. And sometimes it's harder to see stuff on it because it's such a dark surface, basically. And I tend to do this on an angle because, I don't know, I just do. And I'm shading this around where I didn't have the ink because I did it there on accident. That was not like a, oh, let me do that on purpose thing. That was a, the stencil wasn't where it should have been thing. You know, let's just do the whole edge with it. Okay. I think we've done it. Well, let me get this side right here. Okay. If you ever watch me, I always clean my stencils after I use them because I don't want the stain. I mean, it is kind of stained from my ink, but I don't want it to be really stained. And these are the cheapy wipes that I got from Ollie's that I don't like, so that's what I do with these wipes because I don't like using them for other things because they are literally paper thin. So they don't work well for other things, basically. So I just clean the stencils with them. And I only use them on Mylar stencils. Do not use them on mesh stencils. It will mess up your stencils. I need another one. So again, up after me is Miss Lillie with Lil's Craft and Things. She'll be up on the hour. And I'll be sharing her into the group in a minute. And then I'll flip it over and I'll clean the back of it because you never know if your ink has gone through your stencil. Like when you were trying to clean it just now, it could have gone through. And you can see a lot more pink is still coming off of this thing. I don't care if it stains the stencil a little bit. I just don't want it to stain it completely. And these were just from Temu. So if anybody's ever looking for like stencils to use in your journal stuff, I highly suggest checking Temu because I bought I'll actually show you guys what I got, and then I'll tell you. And I can still get stuff off of it because of it being wet still. It's still got ink coming off of it. Okay, so this was a set from, like I said, Temu. This one was also from Temu. It is Holly Berries and Leaves. It was, I want to say, a couple of dollars. They have it over at Echo Park, and it is $6, I think, for this stencil. And I swear to you, it looks exactly the same as mine. I'm trying to find the other one I had. I have a bat one too that's like the same kind of thing. It was only a couple dollars from Temu, but it's like $6 from Echo Park. I don't know where it is though. Oh, here it is. So it's bats for Halloween. I didn't get a chance to use it because I think I got it after Halloween. But yeah, they're the same stuff, you guys. If you buy from Amazon or you buy from Temu, whatever your preference is, whichever one is cheaper for you, buy where you can buy. That's all I'm going to say. So, like I said, I have some of this stuff that's, you know, little pieces of ephemera. Thought this would look cool on the edge because it's, this is how it came. It's like part of a gumball machine. So I think I want to put it down at the bottom. So I'm going to curve the corner that would be at the corner with the same size punch that I used to cut the corner. So it'll match up. And I just use my art glitter glue. Hey, Brandy Mocha. Welcome. I lost my plug for this thing, so I'm using a different one. I don't like it. I want my green pin back, but I still have not found it. I know I dropped it on the ground, but hell, I don't know where it ended up. Surprisingly, it didn't end up in my foot. We are decorating a tag because I wanted to do tags with the heat tool, and I kind of don't have it down, but y'all know I'm not above trying new things on the live. So this is what happened. I made a little shaker thing, tag thing, but it doesn't really shake well. And it's very crooked on the edge right here. But it's my first time trying anything like that, so I don't feel bad. So I also bought some stickers from Temu. I bought this roll of pet stickers, and I bought a set of these stickers, which I like these more, the clear ones. They're going to be hard to see on this, though. So I thought I would go through. This one, I would probably cut it into smaller pieces, and they actually feel plasticky. I kind of sorted through them and organized them kind of like how I would like them. So I don't think I want to use most of these on this. They don't really go as well with my color scheme, but I did want to show you guys. Yep, I tried. Y'all know I'll try anything on a live, even if I don't do it well. So like I said, these are the pet stickers, which is plastic. And because it's plastic, it's hard to pull it up. So I'm getting out my pokey tool, which goes with the theme because look what is at the top of mine. Candy! I do make these, and I have a ton of these candy beads left. Because it was like 1,000 of them. It was a ton of those. I'm trying to find the end of this roll. Because it's got like, it has an end of a roll. It's not like it just started out of nowhere. There. Found it! Because I wanted to show you guys. So this is what it looks like. And I will probably keep this on here and just use the thing and keep unrolling it as I need it. And I will say that I think, I'm not sure how those are on here with them being all individual and stuff. But I'm going to try to get this stuff up. I don't know if this is going to work. I've never taken anything off of here yet, so I don't know if it works. I just scraped something just now. trying to take this off. I just scraped it. I just ripped it, but this is how much goes into this. Okay. I'm cutting this out. Because it'll be a heck of a lot easier to cut when it's not on the strip. Or take it off, I guess, when it's not on that strip. So I need to pull up Miss Lillie so I can share her. But I do want to get this off because it does have a backing and you can't really separate it when it's on the strip. It's not easy to do that. But I am just leaving this like it is. I'm not taking this roll apart. I'm cut that one piece off, but I'm rolling it all back up. And I'm putting this back on the end. I have a bunch of these like this, Wendy, that have Alice in Wonderland. Well, Lily's not live yet, but I'm sure she will be in a minute. So I did mess up one of the candies on here, but I don't care. I'm just putting this down in this corner. Okay, guys, Miss Lillie is live, and I'll be sharing her into the group now. So go over and watch her, and stay tuned for the rest of the event, because we still have more crafters after her. We go all the way until Wendy's on at 9, I think. So, bye, guys.